It's 2nd of May 2016. I'm Darsha Ponnambalam and you are listening Athavan News. Let's have a look at the highlights of today's newspapers. The main highlight of today's daily news says, President at SLFE UPFA May Day Rally. Government will ensure decent work for all. The government will on principle be committed to ensure dynamic employment and decent work for the working class as envisaged under Item 8 of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Transforming Our World, President Maithripala Sirisena said. The President was speaking at the SLFE UPFA May Day Rally at the Samanala Grounds, Galle yesterday. The May Day Rally held with the participation of massive crowds thronging from all over the country was followed by the meeting held under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena. Another highlight at the top says, PM at UNB May Day Rally. No privatization of state enterprises. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that the government would create an independent fund to manage all profits made by state-owned enterprises. We will work towards getting these profits back to the people. We will not privatize any state enterprise, he said. The UNB leader who addressed the May Day rally at Campbell Park yesterday also said the government was working towards a fairer pay model for all workers by 2020. Our main goal is to deliver on our promise of 1 million jobs. We will not move away from that, the Prime Minister told a crowd of almost 1 lakh supporters. Another highlight says, Treasury bonds. COPE calls for complete report from AG. The Committee on Public Enterprises has called for a complete report from the Auditor General on the recent Treasury bonds issuance of the Central Bank to study the controversy surrounding the issuance of Treasury bonds on March 29. There is a highlight says, Value added tax takes effect from today. Education, pharmaceutical drugs have been exempted. The present rate of value-added tax, which stands at 11%, which has been increased to 15%, will be operative from tomorrow. Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake said, Education and pharmaceutical drugs have been exempted from the expansion, Mr. Karunanayake said. The minister was speaking at a press conference at his ministry yesterday. With that story, let's move to the highlights on Ceylon today. The main highlight says, May Day 2016. Massive turnout. A massive turnout was witnessed in all 4 main May Day rallies organized by political parties at Campbell Park, Boralla, Lalit Adulat Mudali Grounds, Killappana, Samanala Grounds, Galle, and BRC in Havelock Town. We should take a firm determination to fulfill the aspirations of our people with a firm commitment to make the achieved victories a reality in this May Day. In the present context of the nation entering into a new economic and political process with a new democratic and free approach on 8 January 2050, said President Maithripala Sirisena. May Day is the day working people commemorate the unparalleled victories accomplished with the sacrifice of their blood, sweat and tears, the President said in his message to mark the International Workers' Day. Highlight in the middle says, President calls for unity in diversity. Let's join hands in order to create a good country, Maithripala Sirisena. President Maithripala Sirisena requested all political parties and party leaders who love the country and expect the country's well-being to join hands with them, putting aside party and race differences in order to create a good country. While raising his arms and greeting people with warm hopes at the Samanala Sports Stadium in Galle, the main UPFA May Day rally led by the SLFE was held in Galle amidst heavy rains with the participation of thousands of working people. There is a highlight says, This is the People's May Day, says Ranil. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that there are 2 alternatives left for the people. One is support the UNP whilst preserving their own political identity, or go on to support the defeated forces against UNP to show their political bankruptcy. He made these remarks at the United National Party's victorious May Day rally, showcased with a large gathering at the Campbell Park in Boralla yesterday. Supporters representing all the electorates were present at the rally with the slogans to support the present government and its strategy for development. People stayed in the ground with their leaders despite heavy rains. Another highlight says, Vicky summoned to Supreme Court. Representatives of the TNA said that Notices have been issued to the Chief Minister of the Northern Provincial Council C.V. Vigneswaran, Chairman of the Northern Provincial Council C.V.K. Sivanyanam, Secretary of the Provincial Council S. Padmanathan, and Leader of the Ilangai Tamilarasu Katsi Mavai Senathirajah to be present at the Supreme Court. Finally, I am taking a quick look at the highlights on Daily Mirror. The main highlight says, state institutions will be made productive, says Ranil. The state institutions will be made profitable ventures without privatizing them, said Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe in his May Day address. He said, these institutions would be placed under a public wealth trust, giving more and more benefits to the people at large. Another highlight at the top says, President promises a cost of benefits for workers. President Maithripala Sirisena, speaking at the Sri Lanka Freedom Party's May Day rally in Galle yesterday, wrote that 5 major changes to the working conditions of the workers would be implemented this year. The highlight in the middle says, I will fight for the rights of the people, Mahinda Rajapaksa. Former President and present Kurunagale District MP Mahinda Rajapaksa, speaking at the May Day rally organised by the joint opposition in Killapane, Colombo yesterday, said his family members including his son MP Naman Rajapaksa and brother Kotabaya Rajapaksa faced imminent arrest, but he would not shy away from fighting for the rights of people because of such threats. Mahinda Rajapaksa said he had been active in politics for over 40 years and opposed the United National Party throughout. He said no basis for the allegation that he had made certain underhand deals with that party. After today, there will be cases against those who are close to us. I told Namal to be ready. They have implicated Kotabaya as well. I may also have to go to jail. But our solidarity with the people will never be broken even if I am jailed 1,000 times. The highlight at the bottom says, JVP calls for socialism and a new political culture. Reiterating that the capitalism has no answer to the people's problems, the JVP yesterday requested the people to rally together for socialism in the country and begin a new political culture in which the suppressed would be facilitated. The JVP May Day rally was held yesterday with a massive crowd that entirely filled the BRC grounds in Havelock town. Addressing the crowd, JVP leader Andra Kumara Dissanayake said the country needed to be cleansed from bad politics and that the May Day rally should be considered the first step. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and join us tomorrow too. Thank you.